in Wheeling, West Virginia, which is an awesome town. They have 49-cent ice cream cones. But we've been working on a project to build a bathroom for a family with six kids. Seven adopted kids. And they're adopting one more. And they needed another bathroom because no one wanted to wait on the mom anymore. So that's what we did this week. We're almost done. Tomorrow we have to hang a door. And I think they're pretty happy on what we did. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm happy if it is all over and we're back home because it was hard working this week.
Earlier this week, I worked at the trailer site, and I really enjoyed working with Karis and Gabby and Elliot, and it was fun doing the flooring and just getting to help her with redoing her house so that she can have a nice floor. And then later in the week, I worked at the Kellers with putting in the bathroom, and I really enjoyed spending time with all the kids and spending time with my youth group, and it was a really fun week.
Okay, so this is my second year here, and this year I learned that people do get out and people can go to college, and that it's not as bleak as I always think it is when I think about Wheeling or about poverty, that people do actually get out. Working at the soup kitchen, I met a lot of really amazing people who came from Wheeling, and that not everybody is downtrodden and not everybody stays down, and that it gave me a lot of hope for Wheeling and for everybody else's lives that I know, and that even if you don't have the resources, you can get them if you need.
So during the trip, we got to go to the soup kitchen, and we got to help serve food to some of the people of Wheeling, and we got to go sit down with them and have a few talks, and you really learned a lot about the people. And during this trip, I kind of felt like it made me more grateful for what I have, I guess, because a lot of people here don't have much opportunities and stuff. So, yeah.
This is my second time on the Wheeling Mission trip, and it was just as amazing as last year. One of the things that was really cool and recurred several times was they talked a lot about how names are really important. At the soup kitchen, we met the leader of that, and she was saying that she challenged us all to find someone's name so that we could really connect with people. And so I met Rosemary and a couple other people, but I met Rosemary, and then later at the thrift store I saw Rosemary again. And that was really neat, and she's an incredible person that I really want to keep in touch with. And then also across the street, our neighbor Raylan, she was really neat and would wait outside for us to get home every day and then come and give us a hug, and that was really fun to play with them in the neighborhood, even though we weren't necessarily fixing their house or anything. And also Pastor Mike, when he came over, talked about the importance of a name and how he was trying to, with this mission, make it not about the problems, but make it about the people. And I think that that's really important and something that was really cool here.
Okay. So my favorite part of Wheeling really was learning about how this town runs or whatever, and what the going on of this town and what the people are doing, the way they're living compared to Leesburg, really. Because we live in a bigger county, bigger town, and we see things differently. We don't acknowledge everything that's going on. Really, it's easy to see the differences between here and Leesburg, to see the differences of living conditions and such. And it was nice learning about how people live their lives down here compared to how we live our lives, and that was kind of eye-opening. And I really liked being able to help out people with their own homes and their own lives this week. That was very nice. I like the building part. That was very fun. And yeah. So yeah, that's it.
One thing I really liked about this trip was devotions, because we asked a lot of questions. They always led to a bunch of interesting questions, which led to more questions, which led to more questions. And even though sometimes at the end the questions really didn't relate to the devotion at all, it was okay because a lot of people in the group had the same questions that they were wondering about. and I'd forgotten to ask them, or were like too shy to ask or whatever. And so we ended up answering a bunch of questions that people had, even if that wasn't what the devotion was about.
I guess my favorite part of this entire trip would probably be meeting other people I've met here and people that weren't coming with us, people we met at the place, Wheeling. It's pretty interesting, and I've learned a lot about everybody else. I met some people that I never thought I'd ever meet. I met some kinds of people that I never thought I'd ever see in my life, and it was pretty nice.
So I found this past week really enlightening because we were doing a lot of carpentry and fixing up houses, and it helped me see through Jesus' eyes how he was able to fix people and help them without completely changing them.
To me, what was neat about this mission trip was to see that the youth took time out of their summer to come and serve and extend God's love to the folks of Wheeling, West Virginia, versus hanging out with their friends and doing what teenagers do. That's what impressed me about this mission trip.
I was also impressed by the fact that the youth did respond to the calling of the Spirit in them to come to Wheeling, West Virginia. Not necessarily because it was the easiest thing to do, because it's the right thing to do and something that Christ calls us to. I was also enjoyed the opportunity to serve God in His world and helping people in a very close-up, personal way, getting to know the family that we've been working with before, and just to have the chance and opportunity to do the Lord's work is, I guess the best way I can put it is, it's nice to be blessed, to be a blessing.
So this year at Wheeling has been kind of different for me. I'm a leader again this year, and last year was my first year kind of being a leader. And we've been kind of separated into 3 groups, and I've been in charge of a group with Bart, and we've been at the Keller's house working on rebuilding their bathroom. And that's been a wonderful experience, hanging out with the girls and Christian, their son. So it's been a really great experience for me, kind of working but also creating relationships with the Keller family. I also have really enjoyed our devotional time. I've really enjoyed the questions that the youth have asked, as well as conversations that they've had with each other. I also am excited to know that the Wheeling Island will now have a youth center, kind of in the process of they're in the process of creating this youth center, and it should be open in 3 years. So I'm really excited for the youth of Wheeling Island to be able to have a place to go to seek counseling, to seek friendships, to seek activities to do while they're not in school.
This is my first time on the mission trip, and I can gladly say that I feel accomplished. Usually when one mentions a family in need, you nod and give a sympathetic smile and just continue on with what you're doing. But participating in this trip makes me feel complete because I'm actually doing something about it. I get to help as much as possible, and that means a lot to me, especially when I get to connect with the people I am helping with. I get the chance to love people and to see a little deeper into their heart when we share experiences of me serving them in their time of need. I get to safely say that I am blessed and lucky, very lucky in fact, because most people here do not have the most experience that most of us would usually get. And the fact that I get to help them keeps a part of me going, knowing that there's hope.
So this was my very first mission trip, and it was a really good experience. We were only here for a few days, but we still got a really good look at the community and the people and everything. Makes you look at the world. It just makes me look at everything differently now. How much our lifestyle is so much more different than theirs, and just what you want.
So this year was really fun. We got to meet the Keller family and help them build a restroom. And now they have 7 kids that we got to hang out with throughout the week. And there's Sonia, Catherine, Jasmine, Alyssa, Trinity, Tracy, and Christian. And Christian's the only guy. So they're super fun to hang out with. And throughout the week when we were building the restroom, Bart taught me how to use a lot of the tools like the chop saw, the jigsaw, and the saw. So we would have to go. Sometimes we would have to go back and remeasure a lot of the wood. If it was off by a little bit, it can make a big difference. After we would work like really hard, in the afternoon we would go swimming in their pool where I was a mermaid.
So one thing I liked about the mission trip was hanging out with the Keller's family. The kids were really nice and everything. I learned how to use the tools. I never really knew how to use the bathroom and stuff. I always asked myself, how does this work and stuff? But then I learned a lot about bathrooms because that's all we worked on when it came to the mission trip. You know, the thing about not complaining when you're tired, I tried so hard not to because I didn't really get enough sleep on Wednesday, so I came here to work and I was so tired. All I did was nap and nap and nap, and I wasn't feeling so good, but I tried so hard not to complain, so I had to suck it in. And yeah, I like to hear the trampoline. You're seeing me sitting on here? This is good memory because I was hanging out here with all the kids yesterday, so that was really fun. And I liked it when we had like devotions at night. I think that was really good, and like I learned a lot of lessons on that, things that I didn't know. And I like spending time with all our youth group and the people that I came with at the mission trip.
I've been coming to Wheeling for about 10 years now, and I just love coming to this community and what the people here in Wheeling. My favorite part is the group dynamics and how we change and the relationships that we build over the week. I love working with different families and getting to know them better, and they become a part of our hearts that we take with us when we leave here. This is a great community of people that are really struggling, and they're really friendly. Our group time at night with devotions is a special time for all of us. We become closer together, we learn more about God and more about ourselves. And that's probably a highlight of my time here. And as we go back home, we can take the memories and the families that we've worked and served, and look forward to coming back next year.
Hello, this is Karis here with two special guests. Will you please say your name? Katie.
Alyssa.
Okay, so they're cool. Can you tell us what you had on your face?
Ice cream.
Okay, and can you tell us your favorite color?
Pink.
Alright, what's the coolest thing you've ever done? That's cool. What's the coolest thing you've ever done?
Did a cartwheel into the pool.
Oh, did you hurt yourself?
No.
Cool. What's your favorite animal?
Zebra. Giraffe.
You look like a giraffe.
Tell me one. Chugga, 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 chugga.